This conference will
Before
now be recorded.
we start the session, I would just like to give you the basic guideline that we need to ensure and follow in this virtual environment. So, guys, we need to ensure that there is no background noise from your background should come. So, whenever you are not talking, whenever you are not speaking to the trainer, please keep yourself on mute. If you don't keep yourself on mute from your background, the noise will come and that will create the disturbance for you all. So whenever you are not talking, it's humble request, go and mute yourself. Whenever you want to talk, want to put your question, want to ask something, you can unmute, ask it, and then again you can go and mute. So this is the simple guideline that we need to ensure to make this session interactive. Moreover, we would also record the session for your future reference. So everybody will get the recording later on for your future reference. So over to trainer Mr. Birmani.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shubham. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Good morning,
Great.
sir.
Hello. Guys, are you able to see my screen as well?
Yes, we can listen you. Good morning, sir.
Hello. Do you see on the screen written as Lean Six Sigma Green Belt? Just confirming if you
Yeah.
are all able to see the screen as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We can
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
see.
Yes.
Great. All right. So, guys, let me first start by introducing myself. Okay. So, guys, my name is Rohit Virmani. I would be your trainer for this entire Green Belt training session, which will last for approximately 7 days. So I have an experience of over 2 decades now. I have worked with the multiple organizations which have been into the multiple domain. I have been into the telecom sector. I have been into a part of the insurance sector. I have worked as a consultant. I have been into the QSR industry as well, which is quick selling restaurant. And I have been into a few other areas as well. If I just let you know about little bit about my qualification. So I am a double master. So I did my MCOM as well as I did my MBA as well. Apart from this professional course, I did certain certifications as well. So I'm a Six Sigma Master Black Belt certified individual. I am into PMP. I am also Agile. I'm ISO 9001 and 27000 certified, and also into data science these days. Okay. Now, guys, this is a little bit of background about me. So, guys, we'll start the session now. Okay. Your training coordinator already have introduced and informed that everyone have to be on the mute, otherwise a lot of disturbance will come up, and there's entire training session. Since we are recording this training session for you, entire training session will get hampered. Okay. So, guys, I can see someone. Okay, let's wait for another minute or so, guys. I can see some of the individuals are still logging in. In meanwhile, guys, what you can do, I can see someone by the name of USSC, okay, and I can see someone by the name of waiting for the name. Now, guys, whosoever these individuals are, you have to name yourself. Okay, you have to name yourself. So just right click on your name and name yourself so that I know whom I am interacting with. Okay. Now, guys, before we start with the session, I think it's important that we should know each other. We should know who the individuals are and whom we are interacting with. Okay. Now, guys, what I would request everyone if you can just confirm a couple of things to me. If you can let me know how much experience you are currently carrying, whether you are from the manufacturing industry or from the service industry, that will help me in giving the relevant example. And also confirm if you have any prior experience or prior knowledge of Six Sigma itself. Okay, I will go with the round robin method, which means that I will start from the top. Okay, I will start from the top, then we'll, okay, I'm since, oh, okay, okay. Now, guys, we'll start from the top. I want each and every individual to unmute when as and when their turn will come up. So we'll start with Abhishek first. So Abhishek Ashokan. So if you can introduce yourself to me and to the group, please.
Audible?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sure. Abhishek, go ahead. Go ahead, Abhishek. Yes, I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
All right. Okay, let's move to Ajit Singh now. Ajit, if you can introduce yourself to me and to the group, please. Ajit Singh Gautam. Guys, please check the connection at your end. Everyone, I hope you're using a good internet speed as well. You have the good internet speed as well to undertake the session. Ajit Singh, no, Amelia, if I'm not pronouncing your name incorrectly. Amelia.
Hi, good morning or good day. Yeah, my name is Amelia. I've been in the manufacturing industry as a customer service rep for 7 years now.
Okay.
Okay, regarding Six Sigma, I just, I just know it in theory. So basically, I would say zero knowledge or experience in Six Sigma.
Okay. Sure. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much, Amelia.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's hear it from April now.
Hi, I'm April. I have 6 year experience in the oil and gas and manufacturing industry as well. And yeah, I can say that I also have no prior knowledge yet with Six Sigma.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much, April. Let's hear it from Ajit Singh now.
Hey, hi, I'm Ajit Singh. I
Ajit,
have
sorry. Yeah.
yeah, I have 5 years of experience in pharmaceutical CRO and R&D combined, and yeah, that's basically servicing industry, pharmaceuticals, and then I am new to the Six Sigma.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much, Ajit.
Yeah.
Let's hear it from CJ now. I can see someone by the name of CJ. CJ, if you can introduce
Hi.
yourself.
Hi, good day to all. Yeah, my name is CJ. So I basically don't have any experience with Lean Six Sigma, and I work in a construction industry. I'm in sales, so I have over 10 years sales experience.
Got it. Thank you so much, CJ. All right. So, guys, maybe one more thing. Whosoever will introduce from now onwards, if you can. Okay, let me just read the chat, guys. Let me just reply on the chat as well. Everyone is able to hear me. Please check
Hello.
connection. Yeah, just go ahead. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
I'm just answering the query. Someone was not able to hear me. Okay. Yeah, let me just hear it from Dipali now. Dipali, if
Yeah,
you can
hi, good
introduce.
morning. Yes, I can. I'm Dipali and I have 9.5 years of experience in the service industry into customer services, and I'm very new to Six Sigma.
Yeah, I was just saying that maybe going forward, I need few more details. If you can just let me know, guys, it will help me.
Sure.
What are your expectations from this training session?
Mm, Expectation from the training session would be obviously to become a Six Sigma professional, and when we leave the session, we have good knowledge and we are able to work well on the projects assigned to us, and we can implement this in our work effectively.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Dipali.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's hear from Divakar now.
Hi everyone, good morning. I am Devakar. I have 17 years of experience and I am from IT industry. I am
Wow.
currently playing a manager role in one of the MNC. I am PMP Scrum Agile certified. I am actually managing RPA domain on robotic process automation. So I see employers are seeking Six Sigma certification for leadership roles, which I am actually looking for because I have technical knowledge, domain knowledge. We do the process automation for the various clients and the industry to optimize their process. So I hope my expectation from this session would be to gain the knowledge on Six Sigma, so that will complement my current skill set to get into a leadership role. Yeah.
Got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Divakar. Let's hear it from. I can see someone by the name of Dev Datta as well.
Hello.
Yeah, Dev, go ahead.
I'm working in the localization industry and I've been in the localization industry for the past 3 years.
Dave, there is a lot of disturbance which is coming up from your end. Please check. There is no
Uh,
background noise.
I have been working with the localization industry from the past 3 years,
Okay.
and I'm new to Six Sigma, and I'm hoping to learn about implementing those tools and strategies into my daily work life and improve
Got
my
it.
efficiency.
Got it. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's hear it from. I can see someone by the name of Rosa Fee. Rosa Fee, if you
Hi,
can introduce.
yeah, good morning from Philippines. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm a sales manager from an instrumentation company from Wika Instruments, and then I've been handling project sales for the manufacturing plants with regards to instrumentation and automation. So I have like 15 years experience. So I want to learn more how the Lean Six Sigma can be a good help for project handling for the manufacturing plants.
So you are into the manufacturing, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, we that's the industry that we cater.
Okay, got it.
We supply instruments and automation for turnkey project in the manufacturing plants.
Okay, got it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's hear it from Gur Kamaljit.
Yeah, hi. Uh, as you said that I'm Gurkamal. So I have overall 20 years of experience, and I am also from IT, and I was in project management operations for multiple areas. Like I have handled MNCs, I have handled government sectors. So currently I am serving manufacturing. My expectation, I'm very new to this quality perspective, like Lean Six Sigma and all those things. So I want to learn so that I can help customer in every aspect, like be it any industry. I can understand their concern and help them drive the projects.
Got it. Thank you so much, Gurkamal. Okay, let's hear from Ian now. Ian, if you can introduce yourself.
Yes. Hi, can you hear me, guys?
I can.
Okay, perfect. My name is Ian. I've been working in customer service industry, BPO, for quite some time now. I think 7 years, and my forte as of the moment would be around insurance. I also had an experience in HR, but I think it's 1 year in combination of general HR generalist HR and for
Yeah.
the recruitment knowledge for I mean knowledge about Six Sigma. I really don't have any idea about it, but I did some research and I just knew this course by one of my friends who is now taking Black Belt Six Sigma course with you guys. So
Okay.
it's
What's
really
his name?
nice to know that. Necito Bebero.
Okay.
Yes. So
Got it.
prior knowledge about it, it's 0%, but I'm more than happy to know more and use this in my daily working life as what we call it, and yeah, just level up.
Got it, Ian. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's hear it from Imran now.
Yeah, hi, good morning. I have overall 15 years of experience and to customer service industry, like where we deal with US mortgage services. And I'm new to Six Sigma. The expectation is all these years I was into ops. Now I have got an opportunity to be a part of business excellence team where the expectation of the organization is to have a knowledge of Six Sigma. So and to elevate in my career as well. So that's what it is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Imran. Let's hear from Jamie now.
Hi everyone, good day. So I am Jimmy. I have 19 years of experience. Then I am in telecommunications. For this training, I am new for this. But I will take what they call this proper training for this Six Sigma. So my expectation is so that I earn knowledge globally level, so that I will be competent. Okay, thank you.
Got it. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Let's hear from Joy now. Joy Johanan. Johanan, sorry.
Hi, good morning. I believe you can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So I'm into the IT operations. I have around 5 years experience in IT operations, and I used to handle this project management, delivery management also. So I work in India, Bangalore. So I'm new to the Six Sigma, and no, I am doing this course to actually learn this strategies, and I have two options which I plan as first I need to implement that in the company which I work here, then which will help me to upgrade myself and to handle the day-to-day activities in my company and work side. That's what I thought of taking this class.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. You call it as Joy, right? What do you call yourself? How do you pronounce your
Joji,
name?
Joji
Joji.
Yohanan. Yeah,
Joji. Okay, got it. So Joji.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Let me just hear it from Lakshmi now.
Hello everyone, myself Lakshmi, and I have a total of 14 years of experience, and I come from US mortgage industry. Currently I'm working in that, and prior to this I was into customer service. In here I'm into operations as well as analytics. So and I have a slight knowledge of Six Sigma with basic methodology like Dmacc and Five Eyes and things like that. So I just want to upgrade myself uh, on Six Sigma so that I can handle the projects much better. Thank you.
Got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. You are also based out of India.
Bangalore.
Okay. Let me just hear it from Leonard now.
This is Leonard. 5 years in the company. Then I'm from food manufacturing company as line supervisor. I am new in Greenbelt, but I have a basic knowledge on from Yellow Belt.
You are
Five
already
years
a
in the
yellow belt,
company.
right? Got it.
5 years.
Yeah, yeah, got it. Sure. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Leonard. Let me just hear from Lloyd now. Lloyd Martin. Yeah, go ahead, Lloyd. No, not able to hear you. Check the connection at your end. Okay, let me just hear it from Lloyd or Delphin.
Hi
Lloyd or Delphin.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon from the Philippines. Um, I am Loida. I've been in the online gaming industry for 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, I have zero knowledge about Six Sigma. I only heard about it from my friends and I read it from some articles, but very new and I would want to improve my skill set in terms of stepping up to a higher position. Expectations would be for me to help me out in identifying or effectively identify problem areas in our current processes, project implementation, and data analysis. I've handled customer service, risk and fraud, and quality assurance.
Got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Lloyd.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's hear it from Manti now. Manti, if you can introduce yourself as well. No? Okay. Let me just hear it from Manoj Roy now.
Hi, this side Manoj Roy. Good morning, everyone. I am from warehousing and transportation industry, specialized in e-commerce. Currently having an experience of around 9.8 years. For Lean Six Sigma, I am very new to this certification, and my expectation from doing this is that my next position demanded a certification to move ahead. So finally, my expectation would be getting all the knowledges to move ahead in my career.
Got it. Thank you so much, Manoj. Let me just hear it from Muhammad Yunam Khan now.
Hello, sir. My name is Mohammed Noman Khan. You can say Noman to me. How are
Okay,
you?
sure. Very good.
I'm working in NEC in Riyadh. It has been 12 years experience in warehouse and logistic. I'm very new to Six Sigma. I don't know about this, but I want to add this certification so I can get more promotion and more knowledge to add value to my company.
Sure. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much, Numan.
Thank you, sir.
Let's hear from Navna now. Navna, if you can introduce yourself. Not able to hear you. Okay. Let's hear from Mr. I can see someone by the name of Sagaya Robot Chitter. You guys, you have to speak up. Okay. Someone is, they already have mentioned. Let me just take the details from this itself. Okay, got it. Got it. Welcome to the session. Okay. Let me just hear from Santosh Jha now.
Hello everyone, this is Santosh Jha. I'm working with an IT firm and I have a experience of around 24 years in operation and admin. And if you'll ask about Six Sigma, I want to do it to enhance my skill sets.
Okay,
That's it from my side.
got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Santosh, and welcome to the session.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear it from Saurabh now.
Great, and good morning, everyone. This
Your
is
voice is
Saurabh.
very low,
I'm
Saurabh, very low.
audible now.
Yes, yes, audible.
So
Go
my name
ahead.
is Saurabh. I have a 10 years of experience into manufacturing industry, and my
How much
expectation
did you
from
say?
this class 10.
10. Okay.
I would be more interested into data analysis part within the analysis phase.
Okay. Okay. Fair call. Let's hear from Srinivas now.
Hi, my name is Srinivas. I have the 15 plus years of experience. Mostly I'm in the service industry and I take care of the finance activities. So my aim is to understand, mostly to understand the Six Sigma and manage my activity in a proper way and manage the task, whatever the in coming in between. So efficiently and proactively, that is, and to plan better way the entire activity.
Got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Srinivas. Let's hear from Surajit Pal now.
Hi, this is Surajit from Bangalore. I am into tire trading company as well as services. I worked as a customer support manager. I have a very small team. I initially started with a pilot, and the team has increased. And now I believe I need some improvement in myself to grow the company as well as the team. So I'm very new to Six Sigma. I just want to grow with learning Six Sigma.
Got it from. Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Shreyajit. Because anybody else who is left, maybe this is the chance. If you want, you can
Hello.
speak up. Yeah,
Uh, Good morning. Myself, Parthasarathi.
yeah. Go ahead, Partha.
I have 19 years experience in automobile OEM sector, in manufacturing sector. I know about basically for Six Sigma. I have expected for this course for improving my career opportunity.
Come again. What did you said? What was the last sentence?
Sir, actually, I have 19 years experience in automobile OEM sector in manufacturing
Okay,
industries.
sure.
I know about basically in Lean Six Sigma. I expectation course is handling for new project.
Got it. Got it. There's anybody else who is left?
Hello everyone, this is Babita here. Sorry for the late joining on the session. I would like to introduce myself. I have nearly 17 years of experience with banking and investment banking. Overall, 17 years in the banking sector. I was last company I was working was for Wipro, and I travel overseas. And basically, I came to know about Lean Six Sigma through the projects which I was handling in Hong Kong. So right now I've taken a break and I just wanted to enhance my career. I'm into this learning, post which I'm planning to continue my career. Thank you so much.
Got it. Where's anybody else who is left? Maybe if you can introduce
Hello,
whosoever is left.
Ajit Singh here, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Ajit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have the total experience of 9 years in the automotive industry, and with the quality systems and everything, we are using terms of the Six Sigma, but it's not in a proper way. That's why we want to do the Six Sigma and do the projects in a proper manner.
Got it. Got it.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Abhishek here.
go ahead, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm a fresher who just graduated in chemical engineering, and I have actually internship experience only of 3 months. So I came across Six Sigma during my internship. So now I want to learn more about it.
Got it.
I would
No
like to be in
issues.
manufacturing industries. So I hope this helps me.
Sure. Got it. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for the introduction as well. All right. So, guys, let's start. Maybe just a quick call. Anybody else who would like to introduce whosoever is left? Maybe then we'll start the session. I can see we have 31 individuals who are logged in. I can see for some of you the microphones and the voice is not coming up. Yeah, I heard you. I have just read your note, Chitter. It's okay. This is only for my references, right? This is only for my reference. It's not going anywhere. Okay, it's only for my references. I should know the participants whom I am interacting with and from which industry they are coming. So guys, I can see that this is a mixed batch. This is a mixed batch where we have individuals. Some are, one of them is intern. Some are having experience of 3 years. Some are having experience of 8 to 10 years. Some are having experience of 19 years. One of the individuals is also having experience of 24 years as well. And I can also see that the individuals are coming from the different industries altogether. Some are from the automobile, some are from the manufacturing, some are from pharma, construction, IT, mortgage, gaming, e-commerce, logistic, banking, and finance as well, and admin and operations, not to forget. Most of you, I can see that are freshers onto this Six Sigma concept. So you might have already heard about Six Sigma a little bit about it, but you have not taken any specific certification onto Six Sigma, isn't it? All right. So guys, we'll start now.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now guys, before I start, just a quick call. Okay. Let me know how many of you have it. Okay, let me just tell you guys. So guys, you will have two different options of interacting with me, and I gave lot of time for the interaction. If you have any queries, please go ahead and ask. So you will have two different options of interacting. First thing is you can unmute yourself and you can speak up. Second is you can put your queries onto the chat window and I will see the chat and I will reply back. So these are the two different options. In case you are not speaking, please be on the mute since you are recording this session. Because I was just asking you a quick one. How many of you have opted for combo? How many of you have opted for the black belt as well? If you can just mention that onto the chat window. How many of you have also opted for black belt or combo? Manoj, Lakshmi, Miss combo, Divakar combo, Navnoli Green, Mohammed combo. Okay.
Hi. Yeah, for CJ, it's a combo. Sorry, I cannot find the chat box. So
Okay,
I enrolled for the combo.
sure. Got it. Got it.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, got it. So guys, let me just tell you, whosoever has opted for combo, more data analysis, okay, or more data analysis around using the mathematical method of doing the things would be covered during your black belt and lesser in the green belt. So if you have expectation that you will be learning a lot and lot of analysis, lot and lot of mathematical and the statistical methods of doing the things in the green belt, that will not be the case. So we will cover a good amount of knowledge in the green belt, but yes, more advanced topics which are more of a mathematical and the statistical part would be covered during your black belt course. Okay, so let's start. Numan, if you can go on the mute, please. You have to be on the mute. Yeah, great. All right. Now guys, we'll start. Now guys, this presentation which you are just seeing on your screen, this slides along with few other training material or which I would be using for this entire training session would be shared by you by your training coordinator. Okay, now you don't have to write everything which is there on the slides, nor you have to take the screenshot of each and every slide which would be coming your way and copy and save that. You don't have to take the screenshot as well, since this is the slides which you will eventually get from your training coordinator as well. Okay, but yes, still if you feel that yes, there are a few important things which you want to uh, make a note of it, go ahead and do that. Now guys, today's session would be of 3 hours. It will last till 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And going forward, the remaining session should be for 2.5 hours from 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time till 12:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay, so let's start. Because you already have shared your training expectations with me. What are you expecting out of this training? Let me just share my expectations, what I'm expecting out of this and out of each and every individual. Now guys, your participation is a key to success over here. It should be a dialogue more than a monologue, which means that I would be learning from you, you would be learning from me. I want to make this more of a workshop rather than just a training program. Cell phone should be switch off or silent, whatever you can manage, I'm okay with it. We'll start and we'll stop on time, and enjoy learning. Ask questions if you don't understand something. Okay. Because there are certain roles and responsibilities which I have defined for the different individuals altogether. Let's see what are the different roles and responsibilities. Because if I talk about the facilitator, which is me, I will keep pace without leaving anyone behind. I will encourage collaboration, appropriate discussion, and engagement. For the facilitator, these are the responsibilities. For the learners, which is for each and every participant, learn as much as you can in this session. Ask questions if you don't understand anything. Follow code of conduct which was there on through the previous slides, and provide feedback on your training experience. Okay. Guys, within Six Sigma, there are different levels of the belts. Okay, we have yellow belt, which is the foundation of Six Sigma. Then we have green belt. Then we have black belt, and finally we have master black belt as well. So yellow belt is the foundation, followed by green belt, followed by black belt, and finally master black belt. Now guys, there are different roles and the responsibilities which has been given and which has been defined for each and every category of a belt. Now guys, the individual who is working in a capacity of a yellow belt will have little bit knowledge about LSS. LSS stands for Lean Six Sigma terminologies. So they will be little bit aware of what this Six Sigma is all about and how it can be implemented and how the benefits can be passed on to the organization. The second is the green belt, which you will all become after attending this session. Now, the individual who is working in a capacity of a green belt or who are green belt trained or certified will have pretty much a good knowledge of the most of the tools. In fact, the tools which are used in the Six Sigma. The main responsibilities of a green belt would be to support to support the black belt in doing the analysis. Now, green belt would be the one who would be doing a lot of analysis, would be conducting the brainstorming session, would be identifying the right set of solutions with the individuals, would be discussing and would be supporting black belt in the implementations of the solutions as well. Now, green belt will also act as a mentor. Green belt will support yellow belt as well. Now, green belt can sometimes do their own less complex projects on their own as well. Now, the individual who is working in a capacity of a black belt are highly skilled individuals who have pretty much a very good grasp on Lean Six Sigma knowledge. They are capable of running much more complex projects within the organization. Now, black belt is the one who will be supporting and would be mentoring the green belt and the yellow belt in driving their own less complex projects. Now, I can say that black belt maybe is a kind of a bridge between the black belt, between the green belt, yellow belt, and the master black belt. Now, guys, within the organization, most of the projects, in fact, 80 to 90% of the projects would be done by the between the black belt and the green belt. Then finally, we have someone who is known as the master black belt. Now, the individual who is working in a capacity of a master black belt are considered as a change management leaders. They are the one who drives the change within the organization. They will ensure that the culture of the continuous improvement is led within the organization. Okay. They will ensure and they will decide how many number of black belts, green belt, or the yellow belts are required within the organization and where those individuals needs to be deployed. Okay. Master black belt is also act as a bridge. Okay. Master black belt also act as a bridge between the leadership team, which is consists of the CEO, CFO, and the various senior vice president, and between his or her team, which is black belt, green belt, and yellow belt. And master black belt also keep a track of the amount of the savings which we have been able to pass to the organizations. With me, fair call. Comfortable everyone so far? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. All
Yes, sir.
right. All right. Now, guys, let me just show you the presentation layout, how this presentation layout will look like. We'll start with the word quality, since I believe that you should have the foundation knowledge first. If your foundation is strong, then you would be able to build a good model onto it. If your foundation is weak, you will not be able to build a good model. So hence we'll start from the very basics first with defining what is quality. Then we'll move to Six Sigma, an overview. What is Sigma and what is Six Sigma? Dmacc, DMADV, and DFSS. Dmacc stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. DMADV stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Design, and Verify. And DFSS stands for Design for Six Sigma. Then we have basic stats. Now with an assumption. Okay. Now guys, with this assumption that you still remember the mathematics which we learned in the 10th standard, I will be teaching you this Six Sigma because that is required. Then we'll also study about the normality concept, process capability. What are the different methods of calculating the process capability? What are the different ways or what are the different reasons which will trigger for the initiation of Six Sigma projects? Toto, this is already been communicated that you will get the slides from your training coordinator. You will get this entire slides which I'm using. You can reach out to your training coordinator. They will share that with you. Guys, within define phase, we'll cover the project charter. Then we'll also talk about what is SIPOC. Within measure phase, we'll talk about what is MSA, which is measurement system analysis and the process capability. In the analyze phase, we'll talk about the identification of access, hypothesis testing, little bit. Since this is more of a black belt concept, still I will give you a very good overview of what hypothesis testing is all about and how and where it can be used. Then 7 tools of the quality will be discussed much in detail. Then the improve phase will talk about the improvement plan and FMEA. And in the control phase, which is the last phase of the Dmacc methodology, we'll talk about the control plan and control charts. There are a few other concepts within Six Sigma which I will try to take you through. I will also introduce MINITAB over to you. Have you heard about MINITAB? Any one of you? Have you heard about MINITAB?
Yeah, it's a statistic
Yeah.
analysis tool. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll use MINITAB as well to a certain extent, okay, which will help you in doing the analysis. It's a statistical tool which help you in doing the analysis. So I will also show you a few case studies and one of the dummy projects as well. Apart from Six Sigma, I will also take you through what is Lean Sigma, what is the difference between the Lean and Six Sigma, different type of waste which exist, 5 why analysis, 5S analysis. Fair call with me? Shall we start now with the topics
Yes.
of the interest?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Okay. Now guys, like I said, I want to make this training program more of a workshop rather than just the training program for you. Now I need the involvement of the individuals. Now guys, let me just hear your thoughts. Okay, let me just hear your thoughts, guys. What do you think is the word quality? How would you define the word quality for me? Anyone who would like to take the lead and update us on what is quality?
It's a degree of excellence of
Degree of
some
excellence. Okay.
objects.
Okay. Degree of excellence as per yeah, rightly said, Divakar. Go ahead, guys. Define what is quality. What do you think the word quality is?
Like fulfilling
Is
customer expectation.
Guys, go one by one.
accuracy.
Guys, go one by one, please, and you will all have the time.
Uh, yeah, a
Accuracy in the
satisfactory index for the end user.
Satisfactory index. Okay, for the end user. Okay, fair call, Saurabh. Yeah, Lakshmi, go ahead.
Santosh.
Sure, Santosh. Lakshmi.
it's the measurement of accuracy of a product completed or a service rendered.
Okay, it's all about accuracy. Okay, fair call. Okay, what else?
A benchmark.
Best value for return.
Best value for return. Okay, beyond the standards, minimizing errors. Someone is saying in the chat window as well. Yeah, what else, guys? What do you think the word quality is? What more
A
definition
benchmark.
can you give
A
me?
benchmark. A benchmark that is set for a certain process.
Who has given those benchmark?
I mean the team.
Team. Okay.
Meet customer requirement.
Very good. Meet the customer's requirement. Why not? Definitely meets the customer requirement. Okay. Fair call. Now, guys, I will not say that the definition which you have given me is right or wrong, because you might be having your own definition of the word quality, and I might be having my own definition of the word quality. Let me just show you some of the definitions which has been given to us by the various professors and by the various individuals as well. Let me just show you some of the definitions which has been shared with us. Now, quality means totality feature of any product or services. Okay, totality feature of any product or services which are capable of satisfying the customer need is known as the word quality. Now, if your product, now if your services, whatever you are delivering, is able to meet the basic requirements or the stated needs of the customer, whatever the customer might have asked for, if you are able to deliver it to customer, it would be considered as a quality product, isn't it? Yeah. So totality feature of any product which are capable of satisfying the customer's need is known as the word quality. Now I have another definition, which is do the right thing and do the things right every time. Now guys, this is quite important because Quality does not mean doing the things right one time and from the next time you start making errors or you start fumbling. No, it's all about maintaining the consistency of the accuracy or consistency of delivering what the customer has asked us from or whatever you are providing. If you are able to provide that to the customer on regular basis without fail, it would be considered as a quality product. However, the best definition which I usually like is one of which is being given to us by ASQ. Now, ASQ defines quality as characteristics of a product, or services that can satisfy customer stated, specified, implied, and indirect needs. That can satisfy the customer stated, specified, implied, and indirect needs. Now, guys, what do you think? What do you mean by stated, specified, implied, and indirect needs? What's your thoughts, guys? What's your thought? What's your thought?
Customer stated is as customer expectation.
Customer stated is customer expectation. Very good. Okay, so whatever the customer might have expected or might have stated, those are the stated needs. Okay, what else?
It would mean going beyond what customer expects, giving extra to the customer, something
Under
beyond
which
their expectation.
category it will fall? Stated or
Not
indirect or
state, I think indirect.
Indirect.
It means
indirect?
indirect.
Yeah, so going beyond the customer's requirement. Very good. Very good, Dipali. Yeah, what else, guys? If you can just give me an example
Acknowledging
also, I think that would be great. If you can just try and relate that with the example also, if possible, or wherever possible.
Santosh, the side customer stated means acknowledging the requirement of customers,
Yeah.
what they actually want with that product.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about implied and indirect needs? What about those needs which are indirect?
Indirect needs can be your in service industry.
It can be in the manufacturing too.
Manufacturing too.
Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, think from this angle. Let's say you have your customer, you have your clients within the organization. Have you signed some kind of SLA, service level agreements with them? Have you signed some kind of SLA documents? Isn't it? I'm sure you might have signed.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes, yes,
Normally happen
yes.
in the broadband and service industry.
Yes. So it in fact is everywhere. There's some kind of formal written agreement, some kind of documentation is done with the
Yes, sir.
clients
We
or with the
have
customer.
in my company we are signing like our customer mobile and Zen this kind of document.
Yeah. So we all sign, right? So what do we actually mention? What is actually mentioned in that SLA documents? What are the things? What do we
Maintaining
have
the
in the SLA?
service so maintaining the service level means you means if any issues come up, so you will provide the requirement. Yeah, you fulfill the repairs within the certain timelines. And if especially if you come to the internet, if the internet is breakdown, so it will be happen will be up in some certain time limit. So these are certain levels and timelines is maintained. You know, that is the SLA clearly
Yeah.
defined.
Sure.
This side Manoj here. Indirect needs relates to after sales service like that, or something like delivering the product on time, meeting their problems, closing their problem as soon as possible. I think these are the indirect needs of the customers as far as selling.
Sure. Got it. Sure. Thank you so much, Manoj.
So
Guys,
can
I
we
would
even say
request.
like
Just hold on, guys.
indirect can?
Just hold on. Just hold on. Guys, I would request everyone before you speak, just make sure that your background is noise free. Okay. Lot of disturbance is coming up. Lot of disturbance is coming up. Make sure there is no background noise. Now you can unmute whosoever wants to speak, and please share your thoughts.
Okay, hi, I'm Gurkamal. I hope there is no background noise.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Gurkamal. Able to hear you.
Okay, so can we call like indirect needs is something like wherein customer cannot explicitly mention that what all kind of things he is expecting, but what is there best in the industry. If we can provide those kind of supports.
Yeah. So what we have actually in the SLA document is are the KRAs and the KPIs, isn't it? Now those are the KRAs and the KPIs which we have already agreed with the customer, with the clients, and Babita, if you have to be on the mute, please, if in case you're not speaking up. Yeah, so I was just saying we have some KRAs and the KPIs which are actually mentioned in the SLA document. And if we are not able to meet those KRAs and the KPIs, it will lead to the customer dissatisfaction. And there is a stronger possibility that your client or your customer might even put certain penalty on the billing amount, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a billing clause as well. Now the main purpose is that we should try and provide those things which have been agreed with the customer. Don't you think that there could be few other things which might not be actually added in your service level agreement, but might be required by the customer, isn't it? Those could be indirect needs. Don't your client expect you to do the analysis and provide them the business insights, and maybe provide them the improvement opportunities, and do some kind of improvement projects for them to make processes much more further better and streamline and increase the efficiencies of the processes? Don't your customer specifically, not maybe specifically, indirectly demand that from you? Don't you feel
Yes, sir.
so?
This is happening, sir. When we are having any request after sales request support from the customer, and we are immediately trying to satisfy him in order to secure more. We are expecting they are going to be ask us more support. So we
Yeah,
are immediately implementing this requirement.
absolutely. So you as a service provider, guys, you as a service provider, or you as a provider of any product, or you are as a manufacturer, don't we try and assess what could be the additional things which the customer might be requiring, and we try and think about them and we try and deliver without customer asking that for? Let's take this example, very layman example from me. Let's say you decided to purchase a mobile phone. What is the basic purpose of the mobile phone? The basic requirement of the mobile phone is you should be able to make phone calls, and you should be able to communicate with the other individual, isn't it?
Correct, sir.
That's a basic requirement. Now if your mobile phone does not even have this functionality, would you be purchasing that mobile? Maybe no, right? You will not be purchasing that mobile, because the basic purpose for which you were actually purchasing that mobile has not been fulfilled. Don't you think customer also expect few other things from you, but which they might not have called out specifically? They might be looking for a few more additional features which might enhance the appeal of the product, right with me?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, I
direct
agree.
needs are those, yeah, direct needs are those which have been specifically called out by the customer, and indirect needs are those guys which the customer might not have called out, but yes, we as an organization should try and identify those needs and provide that to the customer, because it will lead to the delighter of the customer, and eventually it will lead to the greater business for you. Yes, I also have a mathematical equation of quality also for you. Let me just give you the mathematical equation as well. Now, the mathematical equation is performance upon expectations. Performance upon expectation is the mathematical equation of quality for you. Let me just give a very layman example, then we can take more examples if you have any. Now, guys, tell me, do you go to roadside hotel or dhaba sometime and restaurants and eat food? Do you go to roadside
Yes,
hotel? We all do.
yes, sir. We
Yeah.
are here living as a bachelor, so this is common practice, sir.
Okay. Now, guys, what are your expectations from a roadside hotel? Guys, what
Good
are your
food at a
expectations?
lower cost price.
Good food at,
In less
Good food
price.
at a reasonable price, we can say.
okay, at a
Yes.
Lower
reasonable
price.
price, food should be good. Okay. What else?
Hygiene should be there.
Yes, sir.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I think this is
Decent
the
cleanness.
This is the most important, sir.
cleanness. Yeah. What else? Do you expect anything else as well from them?
Behavior, sir.
Customer
Their
service, how they
Service,
responded.
Customer service also. Okay.
quick service, like
Quick, quick.
like quick service.
Yeah. So maybe guys, let's say if I went to a roadside hotel, maybe my expectation might be only 3 or 4. I might be, since I don't like to eat cold food, I want them to serve me the food which is at least hot. I want them to follow the basic hygiene level, and I want that the cost of the food should not be too much. It should be reasonable and it should be friendly to my pocket, isn't it? These are only 3 or 4 things which we expect from a roadside hotel. How about this, guys? How about this? Let's say you went to the hotel or you went to the restaurant, and let's say these are summer days and they provide you a chair and a table as well. Maybe a chair to sit and a table to put the food. And they also give you a fan as well, which is over there itself. Did you expected them to provide you these additional things? Did you expected them to provide you these additional things? Maybe no, right?
No.
So what they have done actually, they have
Indirect.
exceeded your they have exceeded your expectations, isn't it?
expectation, right? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Your expectation was only 3 or 4 maybe, but they have exceeded your expectations and their performance is more than the expectations. Now if the performance is more than the expectations, then the quality would be greater
Hi,
than
sir.
1. Yes, and if my performance is exactly equivalent to that of the expectation, then the quality would be exactly equivalent to 1. How about this? Can we afford guys where my performance can be less than the quality than the expectation?
No, sir,
No,
because
right?
when we ask here, we will seek the next option.
Yeah. So because if you are not even able to meet the basic expectation of the customer, there is a stronger possibility that the customer might move somewhere else as well, isn't it? And
Yes,
eventually
sir.
it will Noman, you have to be on the mute. Okay, I was just saying, if you are not able to meet the basic expectations also of the customer, then it will lead to the eventually a customer loss for you, which the organization do not want. Hence the organization these days follow a model which is known as the Kano analysis or the Kano model. And Dr. Norkai Kano says that every organization should try to meet not only the basic requirement but also try to exceed the expectations of the customer, and that will ensure that you are providing some delighter to the customer altogether. And if you are providing some additional things and if it's lead to a delighter, customer would come back and it will serve as a repeat customer, and eventually it will give you some more business as well. Yeah, rightly said by Dr. Kano. With me, fair call. Any questions,
Yes.
guys, so far? Okay, I take it as a yes, then no questions. Now, guys, let's talk about a little bit about the dimensions of the quality as well. Now, guys, what do you think are the dimensions of the quality, or what are the characteristics, or what are the things which you look for? Let's say you decided to purchase any product. Okay, let's say you decided to purchase any product or services. What do you expect from them? What do you expect from them? Or what are the things which you look for while deciding to purchase any product or services? What do you look for?
This side, Manoj here. Longevity of the product.
Longevity, okay. Life of the product, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Features of the product.
Durability.
Come again.
Features of the product.
Features of the product, okay.
Product should fulfill my need, purpose I'm buying
Production,
it for.
yeah. Product should fulfill your needs for which you
Purpose.
are actually purchasing that product. Very good, okay. What else?
Service of the product.
What of the product?
Service of the product.
Service of the product. What do you mean by service?
After product
After sales
received.
service,
No?
right? So you mean to say after sales service?
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Do you expect anything else which you might be looking for?
Performance and reliability.
Very good. Who is this? Amila. Yeah. So, guys, there are 8 dimensions of the quality. Okay, there are 8 dimensions of the quality. I will teach you 4 or 5 as of now. Okay, and remaining we'll cover it some other time. Okay. The first one is the performance. Now, what do you mean by performance? Performance refers to the product primary operating characteristics, which means that these are the basic things which should be there in the product or the services, otherwise you will not be even able to sell your product. Joy, you have to be on the mute, please. Joy, you go on the mute. Yeah, so I was just saying these are the basic requirement of the customer, which you have to fulfill, otherwise it will be not be even possible for you to sell those product or to the services to the end customer. Next we have is the features. Somebody already called it out. Now features are the additional characteristics, guys. Features are the additional characteristics that enhances the appeal of a customer. That's what we talked about in the last slides as well. That try and move just only by providing the basic requirements of the customer to the delighter as well. And if your product has few additional features than what your competitor is not offering, then it will definitely lead to a greater product and you will be able to sell it to the customer as well. Do you look for the durability of the product as well, guys? Do you look for the durability of the product as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we do definitely look out for the durability of the product as well. Now durability refers to the length of the product life cycle. I mean to say that for how much amount of time your product or your service will last. Let's say if
Longevity.
yes, let's take this example, simplest of the example. Let's say you have a product and by mistake you drop that product onto the floor and it breaks down. Do you think it's a durable product? Would you purchase that product once again, or would you recommend that product to somebody else as well? Maybe no, right? You will not.
No.
So hence we definitely look out for the durability of the product itself. Now if you have spent a good amount of money, you will definitely will think that the product should function for a couple of months or for a couple of years, depending upon your needs and then the amount of the money which you might have invested. Do you look for serviceability as well after sales service? I think this is something which we definitely look out for. At least I look out for after sales service. If I have purchased any product, or if I am getting some software from any, let's say you are into the service industry and you want certain applications or softwares to be developed, you reach out to the respective organization. Maybe you might reach out to your IT or any other, and you ask them to make certain product or certain applications for you. They make the softwares, they make the applications, and somehow it once it is delivered to you, it stops working. Don't you think you will look out for the serviceability as well, that they should be able to put the services or the product in place as quickly as possible so that you can start working upon or start using that product? Don't we think so?
Agreed.
So I'm sure in your organization as well, I'm sure in your organization also there's an IT department, and if in case you are facing any challenges, you might be raising some kind of Gina or a Jira ticket, isn't it? Do we raise ticket? Service
Yes,
ticket?
we do.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We do, right? And depending upon the complexity of the problem, depending upon the nature of the problem, there's a turnaround time which has been defined, maybe from 4 hours to 48 hours. Yeah, so what
Right.
are we looking for? We are looking for the after sales service. Let's take this example. Let's say if let me just give you an example over to you. Let's say if I have to internet connections at my home. Okay, since I usually provide trainings as well, I need to have a good amount of connectivity, good speed as well. Now I have two internet connections at my home. Uh, let's assume, okay, and both of them are providing me the same speed. However, one is charging more and one is charging less. Now the one who is charging more from me, they are saying that if in case your services are down, we would be able to restore the services within 4 to 5 hours. Now there's another service provider who is charging less, but they are saying that they would be able to restore the services within 48 hours. So with which service provider do you think I should go with, depending upon the business need? Should I go for the one which is saying giving me a turnaround time of 48 hours, or the one which is saying 4 to 5 hours? What would you prefer?
I would say the
Four
one
to
which is 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, 4 to 5. Again, depending upon the need one, right? Again, depending upon the need, isn't it?
Exactly, exactly.
If my need is providing the training, then definitely I need the first one. If I am not into that training part, maybe you can still live with the second option. Yeah, with me, everyone
Agree.
comfortable?
Agree. Yep.
Yep. It's like gonna be
Yes.
your contingency plan, right? If the
Yeah,
first one didn't work out, then I think you just have to bear with it for 48 hours or
yeah,
longer.
yeah. Now, guys, what do you think? Do you think the product comes free of cost, or there is a certain cost which is associated with it? And if you think there is a cost, which cost comes in your mind? What are the different type of the cost which needs to be incurred by the organization?
Manufacturing
Customer
cost.
satisfaction and
Manufacturing cost, okay. What else?
Operating costs.
Operating cost,
Logistic costs are also.
logistic
Raw
cost,
material.
transportation, raw material, transportation.
Industry
Someone
cost. Yeah.
maintenance cost.
which cost?
Inventory cost.
Employee cost.
Employee
Labor.
cost. Okay. Someone is mentioning as service cost. Someone has actually mentioned as good and the bad cost. Okay, fair call. What else, guys? Do you think could be the different type of the cost which actually exist? Let's say you are into the manufacturing of a product, or you are making any software, or you are into the development of any application. Which cost do you think you have to incur before you would be able to deliver the product or the services to the customer? Think from this angle as well. Which all categories of the cost, or what cost would be you would be incurring as a service provider or as a manufacturer of a product?
Hardware licensing, software licenses.
I agree. What else? Someone is mentioning as manpower cost. Okay, let me just share it with you, and I'm sure you will all agree with me. Now, guys, the quality affects all the aspects of the organization and has a dramatic cost implication. The most obvious consequences occur when the poor quality creates dissatisfied customer, and eventually it leads to loss of business. Now the quality has different costs which can be divided into the two different categories altogether. Now the cost can be divided into the two different categories. Let's look at what are the different categories of the cost which we have. So first category is the category of the cost which needs to be incurred. Okay, these are the costs which needs to be incurred for delivering a greater product or a greater services to its customer, and without incurring this cost you will not be able to deliver those. Now, which again is of two type. First one is a prevention cost and the second one is a appraisal cost. So the first category consists of the cost necessary for achieving the high quality, which are called quality controlled cost, again of two type, prevention cost and this appraisal cost. Now guys, the second category consists of the cost consequences of the poor quality, which are called quality failure cost, which are again of two type: external failure cost and the internal failure cost. So four costs all in all: prevention cost, appraisal cost, external failure cost, and internal failure cost. Because what's the thoughts? What is prevention, appraisal, internal and external? What's the thoughts? Think a little.
I think that we say, yeah, sorry, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. I really don't have any good knowledge when it comes to cost of quality since this will be under business management forte. But as to how I understood it, and correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to external failure costs, it's when the customer was not satisfied at all with the dimensions of the quality that a product must provide to a customer, then it I mean it just it does not meet their basic needs. I guess correct me if I'm wrong with this, but that is just my thought of it. Also, when it comes to internal failure costs, of course, quality control and the efforts to build this kind of product, hoping it would meet the client's need is something that was not met along the way. Sorry, I'm just trying to
No, it's
say it
okay.
out
Yeah,
loud, but
no,
feel
it's
free
okay.
to correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
wrong.
that's the purpose we want you to think, okay, and interact more.
So
Okay, thank
Prevention cost could be the steps which could have taken to prevent, we could have taken to prevent from this failure from happening.
Okay. Appraisal.
Prevention cost is basically, you can say, to give the trainings to operators and like certification and other
I
things.
agree. Ajit.
Yes, and appraisal cost is basically for the cost of failure in the process, for the inspection and extra.
Yeah, very close.
Prevention cost is like just to ensure each and every component of your product is uh, meeting the quality, and appraisal cost is to make sure your design and implementation of all these components are making the good product. So both involves the quality checks.
Okay. 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 Let's study this, guys. Let's study all these four categories of the cost. Again, I will give a very layman examples so that you understand. Let's say, guys, you are into the manufacturing of, or you are into the service industry, and you are delivering some services, or you are making any product. Let's say I'm your customer, I'm your client. I reached out to you, and I stated my requirement, and you have been able to understand my requirement. Now there is a service level agreement, or there is a agreement which actually happens between you and me, and there's a SOW which has been signed up, and there's a MOU as well which is being agreed upon. Okay. Now, guys, what do you think? Once we have done the agreement upon the things which you will be providing me, do you think you will start providing the things, or you will start doing the manufacturing of a product, or you will start making the application or the software, or doing the service, providing the services from tomorrow onwards itself? Would you start doing it? Is it practically
No,
possible? No, right?
first we will understand the requirement properly and analyze it, then start implementing it.
Yeah. So
So
how
you
would
may
you
be
be able
check
to
for
understand?
what exists. You may check what existing services, the existing software, what they are using. So go through the software. Yeah, you try to understand the what is the requirement by using that
Uh-huh.
software. For example, then basis that, then you redeveloped or plug in the issues.
Yeah.
That is the prevention. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's say you decided to make a product or deliver a services. Don't you think you have to first conduct some kind of internal meetings within the businesses? You will decide how many number of the resources would be required for delivering the product, or how many number of the resources would be required, and who all will be supporting you, isn't it? You might
Yes.
be conducting some kind of meetings to initially decide the blueprint, I can say blueprint of making the product or how the services would be delivered. With me, isn't it? Now let's say you
Yes.
conducted a meeting and you have 5 individuals within your meeting room. If you have 5 individuals in your meeting room, then the cost is definitely been incurred. Numan, can I request you to again go on the mute? I'm not sure why you are again and again unmuting yourself. You have to be on the mute. Yeah, so guys, I was just saying about the meeting. If you are conducting a meeting, definitely there is a cost which is associated for conducting the meeting, right? So each, let's say if you are conducting a meeting with 5 individuals, each and every individual has their own paycheck, isn't it? So definitely it's a cost to the organization. Guys, do we think that we might be conducting some kind of the trainings of the individuals as well, who might be making the product or who might be making the delivering the services or making the application? There might be a possibility of conducting the trainings as well, and definitely a training is also a cost to the organization. Would you be requiring some kind of the raw material and the equipments as well, or maybe some kind of the applications as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be requiring that as well, isn't it? Now guys, all those things, okay, or maybe all those planning things, okay, planning things would be coming under the category of a prevention cost. All those things would be coming under the prevention cost, maybe the raw material, equipments, manpower cost, the planning cost, then the implementation plan needs to be checked out, meeting needs to be conducted. All those things would be coming under the prevention cost. Now let's say guys, you have made the product or you have made the services, you have made the application. Now before delivering that off onto the customer, before delivering that to the customer, do you think you will be doing the testing? Is the testing required to be
Yes.
done? Would you be
Yeah.
doing the UAT testing,
Yeah.
testing,
Integration testing.
Definitely.
or the auditing or the evaluation needs to be done? Would you be doing it? I'm sure you would,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Is it tell me, is it a customer requirement? Has the customer asked you to do so?
No. To
Is it a customer
ensure our
requirement?
quality, our service
No,
meets
no,
the quality, we do the internal testing or
no. Is it a
integration
customer
testing.
requirement, Divakar? Is it a customer requirement? No, it's not a customer requirement, right?
It's
But
not a direct requirement. Yeah.
hear me out. It is not a customer requirement, but do you think it's a business requirement?
Yes, that's a
Yes.
business
Yes.
Yeah.
requirement.
So it's not a customer
Yes,
requirement, but
definitely.
yes, it's a business requirement, isn't it? We as a service provider, we as a product provider, we believe that the testing of the product or the application testing or the software testing or auditing needs to be done before we are passing the product or the services to the customer, because if the product fails or if it does not functions at the customer's end, then that cost would be more than doing the testing, isn't it? Now the cost of
Yes.
evaluating testing would be coming under the appraisal cost. You are where you are deploying certain auditors, you have deployed certain individuals who are testing the product, would be coming under the appraisal cost category. Now let's say guys, you have done the testing and you have been able to identify certain errors or gap or defects in the errors. Would you like to get that rectified and repaired and corrected before passing the product or to the delivering the product to the customer or services to the customer? Don't you want to
Yeah.
do that?
Certainly. Yeah. Certainly we do it.
Yes, yes.
You would be doing that, right? Isn't it? Now what is that cost? Don't you think you are doing rework is done or repair is getting done?
Yeah, it's an internal cost.
Yeah,
Internal.
so you are doing a lot of repair, or you might be reworking upon the product because it was not done perfectly in the flawless manner in the very first scenario. Now that's the category of the cost which is called as internal failure cost. Now finally we have external failure cost. Now let's say guys, you have delivered the product, okay, now you have delivered the product or the services, and the product or the services is under the customer possession, okay, the product is under the customer possession, And if the product fails at the customer's end, or if the product fails at the customer's place, what will happen? What are the different options which the customer has? What are the different options? Customer might be asking you to refund the
It's
money, right?
within warranty, without replacement, repair.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So replacement can be done or repair can be done. Or you as a service provider, you have two different options. Either you can recall the product or you can send your engineers at the customer's place for getting the product fixed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you charge anything from the customer?
Oh, it's a fault in
No.
within our product, right? So we don't
Yeah.
charge.
So it was a failure at our end, hence we cannot charge anything, isn't it? It would be coming under the external failure cost. And trust me guys, external failure cost is much more deadly to the organization than the internal failure cost.
Yeah.
Because
Classic example is automobiles
this one,
recalling their cars for some airbags fault or battery fault. That will be widespread.
yeah, so absolutely. So the worker, I still remember that I can't remember the name of the car maker. I think there was some car maker in which in one of the segments of the car which they were making, and there were certain gaps or some defects which they had identified, and for which they actually had to call the entire batch of the car back, right? Did they requested money from the customer to do so? Maybe no, right? Because it was a failure from the company's end, not the customer's end. Isn't it?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. So that would be coming under the external failure cost. And guys, trust me, one dissatisfied customer will take 10 potential customers with them. Have you heard about this statement? One dissatisfied customer might take 10 potential customers. I'm sure if you are a dissatisfied
Yes.
customer, you
Yes.
will never recommend the services to anybody else, nor you will be coming back and purchasing their product. With me? Look at this.
Yes.
Prevention cost is cost of preparing excuse me, cost of preparing and implementing a quality plan. Appraisal cost is cost of testing, evaluating and inspecting quality. Internal failure is cost of scrap, rework and material loss. External failure cost is cost of failure at the customer site, including return, repairs and recalls. Fair call? With me comfortable on definition of quality, on the dimensions of the quality, and on the cost of the quality? Okay, I take it as a yes then.
Yes.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Sorry, can you repeat once, sir?
Which one, Srinivas? So I was just saying, is all
Right.
good? Have you been able to understand the definition of the quality, dimensions of the quality, and the cost of the quality? Okay, let's look at this. Let's talk about this important word, which is sigma. Now, guys, you don't have to get into the literal meaning of the word sigma, because this is something which you will be learning for next 7 days or so. So it's a good to know information as of now in the very first on the very first day. Now the term sigma is used to show, okay, the term sigma is used to show the distribution or spread about the mean. The term sigma is used to show the distribution or spread about the mean. The sigma is a symbol. Sigma is a symbol which shows the degree of variation in a process, and the sign of a symbol is exactly the sign which is used for the standard deviation. So symbol can also be called as, I mean to say, the sigma can also be called as standard deviation. Now guys, let's talk about the history of Six Sigma for a moment before moving to the definition of this Six Sigma. Guys, who do you think is considered as a father of Six Sigma? Who is considered as a father of Six Sigma, and from where it all started? Do you have the name of that individual?
Bill Smith.
Yeah, and from where it started? Which organization?
Motorola.
Yes, absolutely, Lakshmi. So Six Sigma. Six Sigma was developed by Bill Smith. He is also known as the father of Six Sigma. Motorola was the very first company. Motorola was the very first company to instigate the Six Sigma breakthrough strategy, and its implementation began in year 1987. Now guys, because of the implementation of this Six Sigma, Motorola was able to save approximately $16 billion for the organization. Now guys, what was happening in year 1980s? What was happening in year 1980s? Motorola was facing some serious competition from its Japanese competitor. Okay, and the Japanese competitor were offering much better product at a much lesser price to its customer. As a result of which, Motorola was losing its market share to its competitor. I'm sure you will also agree to the fact that if there is a service provider or if there is a manufacturer who is providing you the better product, okay, much better product at a much lesser price, and the quality of the product is great, we will all move to the competitor, isn't it? Till the time you are brand loyal, you will not stick with me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Still with you.
guys, sorry. Okay, now guys, that was happening with the Motorola as well, since the competitor were offering much better product, hence the Motorola was losing its market share to its competitor. Now, guys, what Motorola did? Motorola requested their Japanese competitor if they can allow some of their engineers to come and visit and see the place how the production is getting done at the Japanese side, and they can see the magic of the Japanese company itself. Now, what did the Japanese competitor or the competitor did? They did allow some of the Motorola's engineers to visit and do the Gamba walk. Gamba is nothing more than the floor walk. This is something which we would be learning, okay, in the lean. Now, the Motorola's engineers went ahead onto the production floor and they did some of the Gamba walks over there. When they did Gamba walks and when they came back, they had couple of findings. Okay. Now, a couple of the findings which the engineers or the Motorola has were that the internal defects were quite high inside the Motorola. Repair was also higher at the Motorola, and the reliability was low since some of the gaps were passed onto the customer as an inspection lapse. And like I said, it has been said that one dissatisfied customer will take 10 potential customers with them. Now, guys, what do you think Motorola, in which category of the cost, Motorola was investing less? Appraisal,
Cost.
prevention, internal or external? Which category of the cost do you think the Motorola was investing less?
Appraisal.
Or where do you think they should invest more heavily?
Appraisal.
Prevention cost.
Prevention cost.
Prevention and appraisal, right? Isn't it? Now, what is prevention cost, guys? Prevention cost is nothing more than the research and the development cost, isn't it? Now, if your research is stronger, if you are investing a good amount of time, good amount of money, good amount of energy on the research, I'm sure your end product would be much more better, isn't it? So the more amount of money or the more efforts which you spend onto the prevention, lesser is the amount of the money which you might have to spend onto the appraisal cost. With me? Comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. Now guys, have you heard about the individual by the name of Bob Galvin? Have you heard about the individual by the name of Bob Galvin? No?
No, sir.
It's okay. Have you heard about Bill Smith?
Yes.
You just heard it from me, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Now guys, there is a couple of individuals who played a pivotal role in deployment of the Six Sigma, and the credit goes to them actually for this. Let me just show you. Look at this. Bob Galvin, guys, was the CEO of Motorola. Bob Galvin was the CEO of Motorola, and Bill Smith is considered as a father of Six Sigma, like I said, and then we have Michael Harry as well, who was a co-architect and who was supporting Bill Smith. Let me just write it down, guys. You will understand better. Okay. I will share this Excel file also with you later on. Who is considered as a father of Six Sigma?
Bill
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Bob Galvin,
CEO of
CEO.
Motorola.
CEO of Motorola.
CEO of Motorola, right? Now, guys, when these engineers who went ahead and who did the competitor studies, they came back and they shared their findings with the leadership team. Now, what did this individual Bob Galvin did? He called in few of the individuals. Okay, he called in few of the engineers who were working in the Motorola's that point of time, and one of the individual who was working over there was Bill Smith. So he did call Bill Smith, and he had a discussion with a couple of more individuals out there. And what he said that if he can try and come up with a methodology which can help Motorola coming out of this difficult time, since they are losing its market share to its competitor, can something be done to reduce the market loss, and can something be also be done to increase the profitability margin of the organization as well? Whereas that's when this individual Bill Smith went ahead and studied the various books of studies interest as well. He did study lean as well. So when was Six Sigma born? In year
1987.
87.
7.
1987.
1986 and 87. Yeah, between 86 and 87. And lean was born in year 1920. Okay, so lean is much more older than Six Sigma. So he did study the concept of lean. He did study the concept of the project management. He did study the SPC as well. SPC as well. He did study SPC as well. Just hold on, guys, for a moment. Yeah. Now he did studied about the SPC model as well. Okay, and he gave us various since there are various things which are done within the SPC. He did studied the SPC. He did studied the mathematical books as well, stats books as well, and he came up. Okay, he came up with the methodology. Which is a problem solving methodology. Now don't think, guys, don't think that Six Sigma is something which is totally new or which was never existing. Yes, it was existing, it was already existing, but it was existing in the different pieces in the different areas. So what did this gentleman Bill Smith did? He actually have bring the best practices from the different areas and have came up with the methodology which is known as Six Sigma. So he gave us this methodology which starts from MAIC. What do you mean by M?
Oh,
Measure.
Sure.
Measure,
Yes.
analyze, improve,
Analyze.
and
improve, control.
Improve.
control.
True.
What do we do actually in the measure phase? What do we do actually in the measure phase? We measure the, or let me just write it down this way. Check your measurement system accuracy. Okay. What do we do actually in the analyze phase? Check out for reach, identify. What do we do? What do we do actually in the analyze phase? Identify root cause,
Analyze
right?
the
Identify
Identify
gaps.
analyze
root,
the issue.
identify root cause of the problem, isn't it? That's what we do. What do we do actually in the improve phase? Identify and implement solutions. What do we do actually in the control phase? What is control phase is all about? Control phase is all and all about sustaining the improvement which you have been able to make. Okay, now he came up with the methodology which starts from MAIC, and because of implementation of this, Motorola was able to save how much amount of savings? 16 billion dollars of the
16
savings
billion.
were given. Guys, because of implementation of this, since the Motorola was started gaining benefit, and since it's a structured problem solving approach, other organizations also started showing interest in learning this Six Sigma. That's when few more other um, organization came into the picture. Have you heard about this organization, Allied Signals?
Yes.
Yeah, have you heard about
Yes.
this,
Yes.
Honeywell? Yeah, so I'm sure some of you might have heard about Honeywell, some of you might have heard about Allied Signals. I guess that's when these organizations also started showing their interest in learning this Six Sigma methodology, and they came and they went to Bob Galvin and they requested Bob Galvin if Bob Galvin can conduct some of the workshop for them as well and let them know how this entire methodology actually works. Okay. Now Bob Galvin was quite good in it, and he did conducted a few of the workshops. And he did conducted the uh, taught them about this entire methodology since a problem structured approach. And because of the implementation of this Six Sigma as a methodology, these organizations also started gaining benefit out of it. Now, guys, this when the another bigger player came into the picture. Have you heard about this organization? GE.
Yes.
Yeah, General
Yes.
Electrical.
General Electric, right? Isn't it? That's when this organization also came into the picture. And they said that, guys, you have done a fabulous job. You have done a fabulous job by identifying a structured approach of analyzing the problem, which starts from measure, analyze, improve, and control. However, there is something.
Current లేదు కదా.
Divakar, you have to be on the mute. He said that there are something which is missing, because as of now what you are doing, there is a problem which is being shared by the leadership team to you, and you start working upon it without quantifying the problem, without identifying and without checking if there could be other problematic areas as well on which you have to work. So they gave us an example. Let's say they gave the example of, let's say they within the organization, you have 4 different problematic area. Let's say there are 4 different problematic area, A, B, and C. Now we all understand what is ROI. ROI stands for return on investment. Let's say by implementing or by working upon the first problem, you would be able to save $20,000 for the organization. By working upon the second problem, you would be able to save $5,000, then $2,000, then let's say $8,000 for the organization. Now, which problematic area do you think we should start upon and correct first?
A problem.
A problem.
A problem. Why? Because A is giving us much better returns, isn't it? With me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Because
Yes. Yes.
that's when they say that something which is missing is the project management approach. That's when we got it our D. D stands for define. It is about right selection of problem on which you have to work upon. So guys, we can say that the define phase is given to us by GE. Comfortable? Everyone with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Now, guys, we as a Six Sigma professionals believes that wherever there is scope of error, Six Sigma can be applied anywhere and everywhere. Okay, Six Sigma can be applied in the purchase department. If in case you want to purchase any product or raw material from the supplier, you can put quality at the or Six Sigma. You can deploy Six Sigma at the suppliers end, so that the product which they are or this raw material which they are delivering is as per the standards. Then you can deploy Six Sigma in the production team. Then you can deploy Six Sigma in the IT side. You can deploy Six Sigma in the finance, in the operations, in the HRM. HRM stands for Human Resource Management. If you want to reduce the cycle time of onboarding the employees, you can deploy Six Sigma. You can deploy Six Sigma in the supply chain. If you want to reduce the logistic costs, yes, you can deploy Six Sigma. You can deploy Six Sigma in the finance as well. Let's say you want to reduce the invoicing error, or you want to reduce the cycle time of processing, you can deploy Six Sigma in finance side as well. So guys, wherever there is scope of error, okay, wherever there is scope of error, wherever there is scope of improvement, you can deploy Six Sigma anywhere and everywhere. Okay, these are some of the companies which have already tasted the success coming from Six Sigma. Since I cannot mention the name of each and every organization, there are thousands and thousands of the organizations. I have only mentioned a couple of the organizations which have already seen the benefit. I'm sure some of you might be already working upon them, or some of you might be aware. But yes, or your organization might be already onto the path of deployment of the Six Sigma. Let's look at them. One of the companies which is actually deploying Six Sigma is Microsoft. Then we have Amazon. Yes, I have a couple of friends who are working as senior project managers in the Amazon, and they are deploying Six Sigma over there. Then we have Wipro. Then we have HP. Then we have Sun Life Financial, which is a
Naka-Six
Canadian
Sigma
based.
pala ang Sun Life. Akalain mo yun?
Sorry. Then we have Sun Life Financial as well, which is into the deployment of this Six Sigma. Then we have JP Morgan. Then we have Bharti. Then we have Condent. Then we have Adobe as well. Then we have PwC, which is into the consulting, then we have Motorola was definitely the pioneer onto the implementation of the Six Sigma. Then we have Accenture. Then we have UHG, which is United Health Group. Then we have Domino's as well. Then we have Tata Steels. Then we have Tech Mahindra. Then we have Genpact. Then we have GE as well, which is into the deployment of Six Sigma. With me? Comfortable?
Yes.
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 I'm sure your organization might be already into this deployment, or they might be onto the path of deploying Six Sigma. Let's start now with the new topic, which is Six Sigma. Let's study what this Six Sigma is all about. Okay, so let's do one thing. What's the time right now? The timing as per my system is 11:46 a.m. Let's take a 10-minute breather, come back, then study this session, then study this topic on Six Sigma. So we'll go for 10-minute breather, come back, and we'll study. We'll should be back by 11:56, 11:57.
Okay.
All right. Because I hope
Sure.
everyone heard me that we are going for 10-minute breather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
And,
right.
I'm putting myself on the mute, so you will not be able to hear me out.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone, I'm back. Please confirm your availability as well.
Yeah, I'm here, Lakshmi.
I'm
Lakshmi
here.
is in, Dipali is back.
I'm here.
Back Gurkamalia.
Yeah,
Gurkamal is
Ajit
also
here.
in.
Atit is here.
I'm here.
Antit is
Raman
also
is
in.
here, sir.
Great. Let's wait for 1 more minute. Let the individual join in. All right. Everyone, so far, so good with me, everyone. Comfortable on the topics?
Yes, we're good.
Yes.
Great. All right. So guys, let's start with a new topic now. So guys, let's talk about this important term, which is Six Sigma. Now guys, what's your thought? If somebody asks you, if somebody reaches out to you and asks you that what is Six Sigma, how would you define Six Sigma for me? Okay. Or if somebody asks you what is Six Sigma, how would you define Six Sigma? Let me just have your understanding. How would you define Six Sigma? What is Six Sigma?
It is basically the rejection of per million.
And it is basically a what?
Rejection per million.
Rejection per million. Okay.
Reduction of defects per million opportunity.
Reduction of defects per million opportunity. Okay. What else?
Techniques and tools for process improvement.
I agree. Ajit, I agree. What else? Someone mentioned Six Sigma is a tool to improve the profitability and processes. Why not? Definitely, it helps you in improving the processes as well, but and improving the profitability. But profitability is not the end objective. What else?
It is to improve the quality of the process.
Improve the quality of the processes. Definitely, definitely. Okay, now guys, let me just tell you what is
Customer focused business improvement.
so it's a business improvement tool. Now guys, let me just try and explain Six Sigma. Okay, I will try to explain Six Sigma in two different ways to you. One is more of a layman definition of Six Sigma, and second one is more of a technical. Let's try to understand this entire Six Sigma methodology using a example of a medical analogy. Okay, let me just try to explain Six Sigma using a medical analogy to you. Let's say, guys, let's say one fine day I got up in the morning and I woke up in the morning and I'm not keeping well. I'm feeling feverish, or you woke up in the morning and you are feeling feverish. You checked your temperature and it comes as 100 Fahrenheit. It comes as 100 Fahrenheit. It's 100. What would you do? What's your next course of action? What would you do if in case you are feeling feverish, you have checked your temperature and it comes as 100 Fahrenheit? What would you do?
Get medical help.
Take
Sorry?
medicine.
Take medicines. Okay. Okay.
Seek or medical attention.
Sorry?
Swab test.
Come again.
Has the knowledge of the medicine you will take. Medical help, or if you have the knowledge of medicine.
If I am getting you, what most of you are trying to say is taking medicines, right? Isn't it? You will decide to take
Yeah.
the medicines
Now
first.
take consult with a doctor.
Consult a doctor. Okay. Do you all feel that we should consult a doctor? or should we take the medicines first? What do we do actually usually?
Consult doctor.
Consult a doctor.
We take medicine on our own.
You take
Medicine, just
medicine
for
You
you
take
first.
by
medicine
the
first.
doctor.
If it doesn't go away, you consult the doctor.
Consult a doctor. Okay, someone is saying medicine. See, guys, so what I believe that we all, that is something what we all do. We do not go to the doctor in very first place. What we try and do, we try to take some home remedy. Maybe you might take certain medicines or some generic medicines which are available from the pharmacy. You might take some pills like Combiflam, Crocin, or paracetamol, isn't it? Those are the medicines which you will take first before going to the doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now tell me, guys, another question which will come up is why you have decided to take these medicines. Why you have decided to take these medicines only? Why not any other medicines?
Simply because it's tested and proven. For example, here
Why?
in our country, Philippines, the most well-known medicine for fever is Biogesic or paracetamol.
Yeah.
They're tested and proven. Otherwise, there's another symptoms that may occur at the latter time. Then that's the best thing that you can have yourself check with a doctor.
Yeah. So at present, you decided to take paracetamol or any other pills or any other medicines, and there can be two reasons behind it. Okay, there can be two reasons behind it. One of the reasons why you decided to take these medicines is maybe you had the past history. Maybe in the past you were not keeping well. Okay, in the past you were not keeping well, and that point of time you might have taken these medicines, and your fever might have been improved. Now you feel that, you believe that if you can improve in the past, why not now as well? So you decided to take these medicines, isn't it? That could be the reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Or the other reason could be maybe someone in your family or some of your known might not have been keeping well in the past. They might have taken these medicines and they might have been able to improve. There's the reason you might have taken these medicines, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the reason
recommended
you.
by someone. Right.
Yeah, so you might have seen somebody, or you might have seen someone in your family might have taken these medicines. That's the reason you have taken these medicines as well. Yeah. Now let's say, guys, you have taken the medicines for 2 days. You have taken the medicines for 2 days, but still your fever is not reducing. What's your next course of action? What would you do next?
Go to the doctor.
Hmm?
You have to go to the doctor.
We will be going to the
Otherwise,
doctor,
you
right?
have
We
to.
would be visiting a
Yeah.
doctor, isn't it? Now tell me why you have
Consult the
decided
doctor.
to go to a doctor. Why you have decided to consult a doctor. Why you have decided to go
Because
to
the
a
method.
doctor?
Yes, because for the methods that you're using right now is no longer effective. So there's a probability in there that the dosage needs to be increased from what you're normally having when you had that fever
No, I
ish.
got your point, Ian. But again, the point is why you have decided to go to a doctor.
Because
Because
the
it's no
fever
longer.
is not going away.
Because you
You're
would
still
want to know
unwell.
why you are having a fever. There might be some
Yes,
other ailments that would make you feverish. So you would need to check the doctor
yes.
so they would know where the fever is coming from
Okay,
or why you are having a fever.
now hear me out. I think why you decided to go to a doctor, because you feel that doctor are the experts, right? Isn't it? They are the experts in doing their job, right? They have much more expertise in looking out for the problematic areas, in looking out for the problem, or rather than you might be possessing, isn't it? That's the reason you go to a doctor, because you believe that they are more expertise. They have much more expertise in looking at the things than you might be having. That's the reason we go to a doctor. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, guys, let me just convert this medical analogy to the business analogy. Let's say in your area, in the businesses, wherever you are working, whatever area might be it manufacturing or service or whatever the problematic area might be, whatever the problematic area might be, you might be facing some problem. Okay, let's say the problem is with respect to the accuracy of the process is not good, the quality score is not good, turnaround time is quite high, average handling time is quite high, attrition is quite high, absenteeism is quite high, profitability margins are low, defects are quite high, cycle time is high, and turnaround time is very high, and you want to reduce them. So these are the problematic area which you are facing. Don't you think you will try to identify the root cause of the problem on your own first? You will try to identify the solution for this problematic area on your own?
Yes. Yes.
Don't you think so? That is something which you would be doing first? Yes or no?
Yes.
You will also discuss with your supervisors, with your fellow workers as well, to check with them. Maybe they might have seen the same situation in the past, and you want to check with them how they were able to dealt with that problem. Yes or no? Isn't it? That's what we all do.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now guys, once in case you're not able to identify the root cause of the problem on your own in the businesses area, you're not able to identify the right set of solution, don't you think we should go to an expert who can help us out in coming out of this difficult situation? We all would, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's when we decide to go to a Six Sigma expert. So Six Sigma are those individuals who will have much more expertise in looking out for the problematic areas, identifying the right set of solution than you might be having. They have much more knowledge of much more advanced tools which can support them, which can help them in coming out of this difficult time. Comfortable so far? Okay. Now let's say you decided to go to a doctor and you went to the doctor. What are the few things which the doctor would be asking you?
How are you feeling?
How do
How
you
long have you
feel?
felt this way?
From how long you have been fever?
From how long I'm having the fever. Okay.
Right.
What kind of
Yes.
medicines I might have intake, right?
Yes.
Whether I had the proper sleep or not, what kind of, maybe he or she might also be interested in knowing the medical history, right? Isn't it? Now, what are the
Yes. Yes.
things which
Yes.
I'm trying to do? What are the things which I'm trying to do for the doctor? I'm trying to define the problem for the doctor, isn't it? What the problem is all about. Okay, the first
Yes.
stage in the Six Sigma in the Dmacc methodology is the define phase, where we try to define the problem. Once the problem is well articulated and well defined, we move to the second phase, which is the measure phase. Now, guys, what the doctor would be doing next? Doctor would be checking your temperature. Doctor would be checking your blood pressure and would be doing the physical examination as well, isn't it? That's the few things which the doctor would be doing. What the doctor is
Yes.
trying to do, doctor is trying to measure the extent of the current problem. Yeah, how large or how small or how big the problem is currently. So that's what we do, guys. In the measure phase, we try to collect the data and we try to analyze, we try to check whether the uh, we try to baseline our current performance level in the measure phase. Now, guys, by this point of time, doctor is pretty much confirmed that what kind of disease you are suffering with, but the doctor is not ready to jump the guns and doctor is not ready to recommend the medicines to you. What are the few things which the doctor would be recommending to you?
He may ask us
Testing,
to
blood
get the
test.
blood test done or some kind
Yeah.
of test.
Yeah, so doctor would be recommending certain medical test, right? Certain blood tests. Maybe you will go and you will get that test done from the pathology lab. Now, what is happening, guys? On the basis of certain test, okay, on the basis of certain hypothesis test, on the basis of certain more tools and techniques, a report will be coming out, and on the basis of report, it would be pretty much confirmed that what kind of disease you are suffering from. Yes or no? Isn't it? That's the objective of the
Yes.
yeah, because that's what we do in the third phase of the Dmacc methodology, which is the analyze phase. In the analyze phase, we try to identify the root cause of the problem. We try to identify the root cause of the problem by doing the various hypothesis test, by using the various tools and the techniques. We would be able to identify the root cause of the problem. Now, guys, once the root cause of the problem is known, once the reason for your problematic area is known, what the doctor would be doing, doctor would be recommending certain medicines to you, isn't it? Doctor would be recommending certain medicines to you because the doctor wants you to improve. Okay, that's the fourth phase in the Dmacc methodology, which talks about improvement. Once the root cause of the problem is known, we move to the fourth phase, and improve phase is all in all about excuse me, is all in all about identifying the right set of solutions first, then deployment of those solutions. Comfortable so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, by this point of now, guys, once you take the medicines, so you will improve. Okay, now this when we move to the last phase of the Dmacc methodology, and the last phase is all in all about sustaining the improvement which we have been able to make in the improve phase. Okay, once the improvement has been done, we will be moving to the last phase of the Dmacc, which is sustenance. Now guys, by this point of time, doctor, since the doctor is pretty much um, by his or by her experience, doctor is confirmed of the fact that you will be able to improve within 3 days, but still the doctor would be recommending medicines for 5 days. Why? Doctor would be recommending certain medicines for 5 days, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
It's
Just a
control
course
the
of
improvement.
action.
Sorry.
It's
Doctor would be
This is the
control
recommending.
improvement. This is the
the
improvement of
improvement.
correction, matlab, to clear the favor.
Yeah, so because doctor do not want you to go back to the same stage from where you started, isn't it? Hence they want to sustain the improvement, right, which you have been able to make. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's the last phase of the Dmacc methodology, and its control phase. Control phase is all in all about sustaining the improvement which we have been able to make. So we start with the define phase. In the define phase, we define the problem first. Once the problem is properly defined, we move to the second phase, which is the measure phase, where we try to identify the right set of try to check what are the few things, I mean to say, we currently baseline the current run performance. In the analyze phase, we try to identify the right root cause of the problem. Once the root cause of the problem is known, we move to the improve phase, and improve phase is all about identifying the right solutions. Once you have been able to identify the solutions, we move to the last phase of the Dmacc methodology, and the last phase is all in about sustaining the improvement which you have been able to make. Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Entire Dmacc methodology clear?
Yes, sir.
Now guys, this is something which we would be covering in totality. Okay, let's look at this now. Now guys, I'm sure if somebody asks you what is Six Sigma, you will even try to explain it to the layman as well using this Six Sigma methodology. Now guys, if somebody asks you what is Six Sigma, how you can start your answer is you can say that there are different professors, there are different scholars who have defined Six Sigma in the different ways. You will try to define Six Sigma in different ways altogether. Okay, there are different ways in which the Six Sigma have been defined. You will try to define Six Sigma in 2 to 3 different ways. One of the ways to define the Six Sigma is Six Sigma is used as a problem solving methodology. Okay. Six Sigma uses a problem solving methodology, guys, where we have bigger y and we have smaller x's. Now what do we mean by y and what do we mean by x's?
This is for the graph.
Now in guys, in Six Sigma, the problematic area or the problem which you might be facing, any problem, be it attrition, be it accuracy, be it turnaround time, be it defects, errors, whatever it may be. Okay, whatever it may be, the problem is donated by bigger y. Okay, problem is donated by bigger y in Six Sigma. And what are these axes? These smaller axes are the root cause of the problem. Okay, we have bigger y and we have smaller axes. Now what Six Sigma says that, right, Six Sigma says that instead of working directly upon the bigger y, instead of working directly upon the bigger why, we will try to identify the root cause of the problem. We will try to identify the root cause of the problem, identify the root cause of the problem, work upon the root cause of the problem, correct the root cause of the problem, and eventually your bigger why will get improved. Okay. Let's say y is equal to function of x. What is y? Y is your output and x is your, tell me, input.
Input.
Yeah. Tell me, out of y and out of x, which one is a dependent and which one is an independent variable? Which one is a dependent and which one is an independent variable? Out of y and out of x, which one is a dependent? Sorry,
X
come
Y
is
is a
again.
dependent variable.
X is independent. Y is dependent.
Yes, right, Amila. So y is your dependent variable and x is your independent variable, because y is dependent upon x, but x is not dependent upon y, isn't it? Okay, Six Sigma says that work upon the smaller axis, identify the smaller axis, work upon the smaller axis, improve them, and your bigger y will get improved. Take this example. Let's say, guys, there is one of the individual who is whose productivity is very low. Okay, let's say there is an individual by the name of uh, let's say Aman. Okay, let's say there is an individual by the name of Aman. Aman is not productive. What do you think is the right solution? Do you think the right solution is to throw Aman out of the organization? Is this the right solution? Is this the right solution?
No, that's
No,
not
sir.
right.
No.
That is not the right solution, right? Isn't it? Why? Because if you ask Aman to leave the organization and if you hire somebody else, let's say if you hire Abhishek, Ajit, Amila, April, Atit, or Babita, if you hire some of them, maybe let's say if any one of them, what is the surety that if Aman was not able to perform, these will perform? There is no surety against it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hence, asking Aman to leave the organization is not the right solution. What is the solution? We should try to identify the reason why is Aman not able to perform and help him out coming out of this difficult time, right?
Right, sir.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Maybe Aman might not be possessing the right skill set, or maybe the Aman might not have the proper equipment in place. So if in case he does not have the proper skill set, train him up. If he does not have the proper equipment in place, provide him the equipment so that he can also improve. He can also do his work properly. With me?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. There's one of the definition, like I said, is y is equal to function of x, where y is the dependent and y x is the independent. So we work upon axis. We identify the axis first. We work upon the axis, and once we improve our axis, eventually our bigger y will improve. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, the second definition of Six Sigma is Six Sigma uses a metric. Okay, Six Sigma uses a metric where we say that the Six Sigma is used as a common yardstick of measurement for the business processes. Six Sigma uses a common yardstick of measurement for the business processes. Now tell me, guys, within the organization, how many different departments can be there? How many different departments can be there within the organization? Which all departments do we have within the organization? We have
Quality,
IT, right? We
audit,
Production,
have
resource development,
production.
quality
we have
measurement team.
yes. So we have IT, then we have operation, then we have supply chain, then we have HR, then we have finance, then we have logistic, then we have admin. We have many, right? Isn't it? Now tell me, guys, can I compare operations department performance with the HR department performance? Can I do so?
No, sir.
Can I compare HR department performance with the supply chain?
No.
No.
Can I
No.
compare supply chain with IT?
No.
No.
No, sir.
No. Why? Why?
Because they have their own
Because
metrics.
Because the
And they
different
do input.
organizations, I mean to say different departments have different KRAs and the KPIs, right? Isn't it?
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Hence, you will not be able to compare them. Yeah. Guys, how about this? Think from this angle. How about this? If I can provide a tool to the leadership team, if I can provide a tool to the leadership team through which they are able to compare the different processes with each other, and they can gauge which department or which process is doing better, don't you think it would be a fantastic tool for them?
Yes.
Yes,
It
yes.
would be, isn't it? Yeah. So they would be able to understand which department is doing better and which department needs improvement. And guys, trust me, Six Sigma is that tool which will help you in comparing the different processes with each other. Now guys, as of now, just trust what I'm saying is right, because this is something which I will teach you in the measure phase. What we can do, guys, we can calculate the sigma level of the process. We can calculate the sigma level at which my process is currently operating, and we can start comparing the different processes with each other. Then let's say I have three different departments, A, B, and C. A department is operating at 2 sigma level. Department B is operating at 3 sigma level. Department C is operating at 4 sigma level. And yeah, sure, go ahead, Toto. It's okay. Okay. Because I was just saying that just higher the sigma level, the better it is. Okay. Higher the sigma level, the better it is. Now tell me which department is doing better, A, B, or C?
Again,
Which
sir.
department is?
It's C.
Come again, sir.
So A department is operating at 2 sigma, department B is operating at 3 sigma, and department C is operating at 4 sigma level. Higher the sigma level, the better it is. Which department is doing better?
C.
C, right?
C.
C. And which department needs improvement? A, right?
Okay.
Okay. So guys, if you can calculate the sigma level of the different processes, then you would be able to make the things comparable. That's when you would be able to do the apple to apple comparison. With me? So Six Sigma is known as a common yardstick of measurement where you can compare the different processes with each other. Now guys, Six Sigma can also be stated as a management system. Over here we have three different methodologies, which is known as Dmacc, DMADV, and DFSS. Have you heard about these three different methodologies? Dmacc
No.
stands for Dmacc, DMADV, and DFSS. Just look at them. Whereas Dmacc stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMADV stands for define, measure, analyze, design, and verify. And DFSS stands for design for Six Sigma. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Define, measure, analyze, design, and verify, and design for Six Sigma. Now guys, these are three different approaches. Okay, these are three different improvement approaches within Six Sigma. So all these are a part of Six Sigma only. Okay, these are three different improvement approaches. The most common and most used methodology for making improvement is Dmacc methodology. Now guys, important is when to use Dmacc, when to use DMADV, and when to use DFSS. Now guys, Dmacc is used, the first methodology is used when you're trying to improve any existing processes. Tell me guys, where the errors or gap will occur. Do you think the errors or gap will occur in the existing processes or in the processes which are not existing as of now? Where the gaps will occur?
Existing
In the existing process.
Existing process.
In the existing processes, isn't it? Now, if the gaps can exist in the existing processes, that's when you can use your Dmacc methodology for making for the continual improvement and continuous improvement within the organization, within the processes. Now, DMADV is used when you're trying to build a new processes from the scratch, and what you're saying that you will try to make processes in such a manner that it is compliant to Six Sigma. Okay, it is compliant to Six Sigma and it is not making any errors or defects. That's when you would be using your DMADV approach. Now, the last but not the least is DFSS. DFSS stands for Design for Six Sigma. It is used guys when your processes might already be operating near Six Sigma level. However, the cost of the operation is very high. Hence, you want to automate it. Just take this example from me. let's say guys 10 years or 15 years back, if you wanted to travel from one location to another location using trains, what was the procedure of booking the tickets 15 years back? What was the procedure of booking the tickets, railway tickets?
Standing in the queue in the ticket counter.
Visit the counter and purchase a ticket. Railway counter.
Yeah. So what we used to do, we all used to go to the railway stations, right? We used to go to the railway stations and fill up a form and submit that form at the counter, and in return we used to get the tickets, isn't it? That was the procedure for booking the tickets or for getting the tickets.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, was there any error in it? Was there any error?
Lot.
Let's say
Yes, yes.
assume, I'm not sure about the other countries. I can talk about India. Since I'm based out of India, I can talk about India itself. Let's say you wanted to travel from capital of India, which is Delhi, to Mumbai. Okay, you wanted to travel from Delhi to Mumbai. You have filled the form and you got the tickets. Were you getting the tickets from Delhi to Mumbai only, or were you getting the tickets from Delhi to Chennai or from to Bangalore or to Pune?
Delhi to
Were
Mumbai.
you getting were you getting the tickets for the same location what you actually wanted to, where you wanted to go?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So was there any error? No, right? There was no error
No.
in it. But think from the cost of operation, think from the customer side first. Don't you think the customer actually have to go and stand in the queue and waste some amount of money as well while traveling? And think from the
Yes.
and think from the government perspective. Government actually have to open the ticketing counter in each and every city of the country. Then they have to make the infrastructure availability.
Yes.
Then they have to hire the people, and on top of this those people would be on the government payroll, and the government have to pay the pension also to them.
Yes.
With me, isn't it? It was quite, cost of operation was quite high. What is the procedure of booking the tickets? You can sit in the training session and you can book any online tickets, be it railway, be it buses, be it airplanes, right? Or you, even if you wish to book any movie tickets, or if you want to even have a grocery or anything, you can do everything online. Don't you think the cost of the operation has been reduced?
It is.
Yes.
Isn't it? Because that's when we would be going with the DFSS, when we believe that the further improvement cannot be bring, we will not be able to further improve the processes by using the Dmacc methodology. We have to redesign and re-engineer the process altogether. That's when we would be using our DFSS approach.
Yes.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Now that is something which you should know. If somebody asks you what is the now guys, let me just tell you. Okay guys, the course which you have opted for, be it Six Sigma Green Belt or Six Sigma Black Belt, whichever course you might have opted for, uh, I will only teach you Dmacc methodology, which is the first methodology. DMA, DV, and DFSS are a part of the higher studies, which comes under the Master Black Belt course. But yes, it is a good to know information for you that if somebody asks you what is the difference between Dmacc, DMA, DV, and DFSS, you should know about it. Dmacc is used for improving the existing processes. Like I said, most of the time you would be using the Dmacc. Then the DMADV and DFSS again is a part of your DMADV only. Comfortable?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now guys, once you implement Six Sigma, there are a couple of benefits which the organization will be getting. It will lead to improved customer satisfaction. It can help in reducing the cycle time. It helps us in increasing the productivity of the team. It helps us in reducing the total errors or defects, help us in decreasing the work in progress, and finally it helps us in improving the processes flow. So how? What we can do guys, we can identify the non-value added activities, which we call it as NVA. We can identify the non-value added activities and we can remove them, and that's when we would be making our processes for the more better and streamlined. Now guys, look at this. Look at the fifth column. What does DPMO stand for?
230.
Sorry,
Defects per measure.
million opportunity, right? So DPMO stands for defect per million opportunity. In 1 million, how many number do we have? 10 lakh, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Now guys, if my process is operating at 3 sigma level, if my process is operating at 3 sigma level, the number of defects which you have to make in 1 million would be 66,800 defects. Okay, if your process starts operating at 3 sigma level, then the number of the defects which you would be making would be 66,800 defects. If your process starts operating at 4 sigma level, then the number of the defects which you would be making in 1 million would be 6,210 defects, which means that if you check 1 million opportunities, you will get 6,210 defects. And if your process starts operating at 5 sigma level, then the number of the defects which you would be making in 1 million would be 230 defects. And as soon as you will start operating at 6 sigma level, then the number of the defects which you would be making in 1 million would be only 3.4 defects only, which means that if you will check 1 million opportunities, or if you check 1 million transactions, you will find only 3.4 defects. With me? Now a question for everyone is, can we move above 6 sigma? Can we move above 6 sigma?
No.
So, but I heard that aeroplanes are built above this 6 sigma. I'm not sure. I heard.
No, question is, can we move above 6 sigma? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Okay, just mention that in the chat. How many of you think we can move above 6 sigma, and how many of you think we cannot move above 6 sigma? So couple of you are saying yes, couple of you are saying no. Now guys, look at this angle. Look at this angle. Let's say, tell me guys, in in aviation industry, okay, in aviation industry, there are different processes which are running. We have ticketing counter, then we have baggaging counter, then we have flight takeoff and flight landing. Can we afford, or can they afford 3.4 defects over there? Which means that if you will make if 10 million flights will, or if 1 million flights will take off or land, 3.4 flights will be met with an accident, or there would be some mishappening can happen with them. Can they afford 3.4 defects over there?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all,
It
right?
should be
No. Yes.
Because when the life of the passengers is at stake, they cannot afford these many errors, isn't it?
Yes.
Guys, they usually, the aviation industry usually operate between somewhere between 9 sigma and 12 sigma. Okay, they usually operate between 9 and 12 sigma. Another question, have you heard about NASA and ISRO?
Yes.
NASA, yes.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
they
yes.
afford, can they afford 3.4 defects over there?
No.
No.
No, right? They cannot. When the entire mission is at stake, when the life of the astronaut is at stake, when the millions and billions and when the trillions of the dollars is at stake, and when the credibility of the country is at stake, they cannot afford 3.4 defects over there. So they usually operate somewhere around 24 sigma level. Now guys, don't even try to think about the improvement opportunity. Now just look at this. If my process is operating at, what is happening actually guys, if I'm moving from 3 sigma to 4 sigma, 4 to 5, from 5 to 6, or 6 to 9, 12, 24, what is happening? Look at the last column. It talks about yield. Yield is your accuracy percentage. So if I'm moving from 3 to 4, my accuracy has improved, isn't it? If I'm
Yes.
moving from 5 to 6, my accuracy has improved. Now at 6 sigma, my accuracy percentage is 99.99966%. If my process starts operating at maybe let's say 9 sigma or 12 sigma or 24 sigma, what will happen? Accuracy of the processes would be maybe 99.9999997%, isn't it? And the defects will reduce down. Yes. So the as soon as you will move up the ladder, you will move to the next level of the sigma, your defects will reduce and your accuracy will further improve. Comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Now guys, tell me guys, another question. Let's say for another 1,000 years or so, whatever mission, whatever mission NASA or ISRO is doing, and every satellite for them is success for them. Every satellite is a success for them for another 1,000 years or so. Can they claim that they are 100% accurate? Can they claim that they are 100% accurate?
No.
No, they will not be able to claim they are 100% accurate. Why? Because they already have seen the failure in the past, right? Ajit, you have to put the mute, please. So since they already have seen the failure in the past, hence they cannot claim that they are 100% accurate. Now guys, this is something which I tell it to every individual. If my process is operating at what I was just saying, this is something which I tell it to everyone, that do remember that only God is 100% correct. Otherwise, there is an error or defect in every piece of the data which you work. Okay, there is an error in every piece of the data on which we work. Only God is 100% correct, and do not try to become a God. Okay, the only thing which you would be able to do, you will be able to improve upon the accuracy percentage. You would be able to improve upon the accuracy percentage, but you will never be able to reach to a 100% accuracy. Comfortable?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Guys, let's talk about this stats for a moment. Now, what is stats? Why do we need data? What is the purpose of the data? Why do we need data?
To analyze
To
the
an
defect.
Analyze the issues.
What would you do by analyzing the issue?
We get into
to
a
improve.
root cause of it.
Identify the core
You
issue
use
and weightage to the issue.
you use
And
the
what is the
data to make wise business decisions.
Absolutely, CJ. Absolutely. So we collect the data. So maybe the data might be in the raw format. You will collect the data, or you will organize the data, and you will further interpret the data. And the end objective is it will help you in the decision making, isn't it?
Yes.
It will help you in the decision making. Now guys, trust me, this topic which we are studying now is one of the important topics of the interest, and it's one of the important topics as well, because once we move on to the improve phase, once we move on to the um, measure phase, and once we move to the analyze phase, once we move to the control phase, now depending upon the type of the data which we have, depending upon the type of the data which we have, the methodology of performing the things will differ. Okay. The method of performing the things will differ depending upon the type of the data which we have. Hence, it is important to know this type. Hence, it's important to know the type of the data. Let's look at them, guys. Continuous data is one. Okay. The first type of the data is a continuous data. Now, what do you mean by continuous data? What do you mean by continuous data? Okay, the continuous data is one which can be broken down into the smaller pieces, and which will still make a sense to you. Okay, the data which can be broken down into the smaller pieces and which will still make a sense to you is known as a continuous data. Take this example, time. Do you have any equipment for measuring time? Can you measure time?
Yes.
We can measure time, right? Isn't it? We have our
Yes.
equipment. Can you break down the time into the smaller pieces?
Yes.
Yes.
Hour,
Maybe if I,
second,
yeah, maybe if I
microsecond.
ask you how much time it has been since we are studying together, so you might say, Rohit, is approximately 2.5 hours. So you might say 2.5 hours. I might say 150 minutes. One and the same thing. It's just that the unit has changed.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How about this? How about this? Can you break down the price into the smaller pieces, smaller parts?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Like, I might ask you how
Yes.
much
Yes.
money. I might ask you how much money you have. You might say, Rohit, I have $1 with me. So you might say $1. I might say 100 cents. One and the same thing. It's just that unit has changed.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How about
Yes.
height?
Yes.
Can you measure height?
Yes.
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 Do we have any equipment for measuring height?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have.
Yes.
It can be
Yes.
for the breaker. It can be for the broken down as well into the smaller parts.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
How about weight?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have any equipment for measuring the weight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
weighing machine, right? Can you break down the weight? Maybe yes. You might say kg, I might say in grams, right? One and the same thing.
Yes.
How about
Yes.
temperature?
Yes.
Yes.
The broken down.
Yes.
Yes.
Distance.
Yes.
Yes.
If I ask you how much distance is there from your home to your office, you might say, Rohit, it's 10 miles. You might say miles. I might say 16 kilometers. One and the same thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And do we have any equipment for measuring the distance?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We have.
Great. Guys, so far so good with me. Everyone comfortable on the topics which we have studied so far.
Yes.
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 Now guys,
Yes.
next topic is the discrete data, and this will definitely take some good amount of time, and I don't want to rush. Just for the purpose of completing the course, I will take good amount of time for explaining the things, and hence I will not pick up any new topic for the day. Now guys, did I told you about a very bad habit of me at the starting? Did I told you about the very bad habit of me? Yes or no?
I can't
Yes. You
remember.
said you'll start on time and
No?
you
No,
will.
I haven't. No.
On the
You
mute.
have not heard? No, you
It should
cannot
be on the
remember?
mute. It should be
Yeah, I
on the
think
mute.
not.
Okay. Let me just tell you my bad habit. I have a very bad habit of asking questions. Okay. I ask questions. Now I'm done for the day. Now I will ask questions. And I want to make sure that everyone understands the topic as well.
So,
So I will pick the individuals randomly and will
Good.
ask questions from them. Let me just hear it from Saurabh. Saurabh, what are the different categories of the cost which we have?
Yeah, it is about the internal cost and the external cost on the bad part, and the appraisal cost and performance cost on the good part.
Performance cost. I never said performance cost. Prevention cost.
Yeah, prevention.
Yeah, prevention cost. Jamie, what are the dimensions of quality?
Dimension of quality.
It's okay. Devdatta, Dev, if you can let us know the dimensions of the quality. No?
No, I'm not able to recall it actually.
April,
It's performance features, durability, and serviceability.
Yeah, and next one could be reliability as well. That's the fifth one. Very good. Oh, guys, don't leave. I can see individuals leaving. Don't leave. This is for your beneficial only, not for me. Imran, what are the definitions of quality?
Definition of quality.
Yeah. If somebody can give me the definition of ASQ, nothing like it. Who is going to try?
A characteristic of any product or service capable of satisfying a customer.
Go ahead, complete the sentence.
Which could be stated or specified,
Yeah, and
or
implied and
implied
indirect.
and indirect.
Very
Yes.
good. What was the equation of quality?
Okay.
Performance by expectation.
Very good.
Performance by
Upon
expectation.
expectations. Very good. Okay. Babita, what is the difference between Dmacc, DMADV, and DFSS? When to use Dmacc, when to use DMADV, and when to use DFSS? When to use Dmacc methodology?
Can I try this?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Can I
ahead.
try?
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go
DMAC
ahead.
is something, it is used for the existing process, whereas DME and DFS for a new business process, and DFSS is something like where we have no other options, and we use it for the cost saving, and maybe turn the process into automation, like which saves the time in the process.
Yeah, maybe once we feel that no further
Yeah.
improvement can be done just by using the Dmacc methodology, you try to automate the things, right? You try to redefine and redesign the things. That's when we would be using the DFSS.
DFSS.
Very good. No, okay. Now guys, tell me how many of you are attending this session using the mobile phone? Is anybody of you attending this session using the mobile phone?
Yeah, myself, Babita.
Babita.
Currently, I'm
Anybody
also
else?
using mobile.
Yeah, Manoj from mobile.
I'm using mobile phone.
Mobile phone, guys. Okay.
So
Now, guys, let
Abhishek.
me just tell you. Now, guys, tomorrow, once you attend this session, you have to attend the session using either a desktop or a laptop. Don't, it's my suggestion, don't go for the mobile phone. Okay. Because we would be doing a lot of practices tomorrow onwards, and you will not be able to sustain using the mobile phone. So get your laptop or the desktop with me.
Hello, sir. What about the tablet?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Tablet. No, you will not be able to perform. Why? Because guys, what you have to do is, now guys, hear me out, everyone. Okay. Now guys, before coming to the tomorrow session, there is a software, there is an application by the name of, let me just write it down. The application name is MINITAB. Okay. Application name is MINITAB. So what each one of you have to do, you have to download MINITAB. Okay. Download MINITAB on your system before coming to tomorrow's session. It would be required. We would be doing the analysis. Now there are different versions of MINITAB, starting from MINITAB 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is the latest version. So you can download any version of MINITAB. 1 month trial is available. You would be able to use for 1 month MINITAB free of cost. After that it will expire, but yes, it would be required from tomorrow session onward. With me? So hence
Yes.
Yes, sir.
hence it is
Yes.
suggestible that get
Got
your
it.
laptop or a desktop.
Yeah, is this the MINITAB statistical software you're talking about?
Yes, yes, CJ.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
and get that downloaded. Okay, you would be able to download that free of cost from the internet for 1 month. With me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.